For more, let's bring in our experts for today, President of Strelmark LLC, Business Development Consultants, Hillary Forwich, and financial analyst and investor and host of the Candy Valentino Show podcast, Candy Valentino. Great to have you both here. Hillary, let's start with you. On the campaign trail, President Trump, he did promise to restart the economy, and he said he was going to do it with the oil and gas industry. Do you see, though, being there some hurdles there in doing so based on that report there from James Rosen and the Biden administration?
Well, excellent report there by James. Pleasure to be back with you, John and Candy. A couple of things here. Yes, nothing in Washington is easy. We saw all that just recently with the budget. It's a sausage-making process. And so, of course, there's going to be, yes, there will definitely be hurdles. What I would say is that when President Trump was elected back in 2016, he and all his campaign will admit, and they've said publicly, they really weren't prepared. He didn't know Washington. He wasn't Washington savvy. Neither was any of his members of his team. Now, he really is Washington savvy. How do we know this? He has already stacked the deck. Why? Because we have Chris Wright, the former CEO of Liberty, coming in. He is an energy, obviously, expert and also a technologist. President Trump has touted all of his not only innovative approaches, but he knows energy backwards and forwards. And also, when you have the new environmental secretary there, Doug Burgum, he was the two-time governor of North Dakota. He knows the environment. He will help get these permits through. So I think it's the people that he's appointed as well as his policies. And last but not least, Drill Baby Drill affects more products than anybody knows. It's 211 daily products, John. I can remember that list. I'm sure a few people can. But even diapers is affected by the price of oil. So I think it's going to jumpstart the economy, those he has in place, and the policies, and getting those permits, let alone the Keystone Pipeline, back up and running. It'll be fast, and it'll happen.
Yeah, and Candy, do you agree with that? I mean, the Drill Baby Drill, it's certainly the way to kickstart the economy, according to Trump, as well as tariffs. But, I mean, is it something that he's going to be able to get done, as Hillary just mentioned, on day one? Your thoughts?
Hillary had a great point, and good to see you again. I 100% agree with everything she had said. We have to believe what Trump is saying, and not only do we have to believe what he's saying, but he already has a track record of doing this once before. When he left office in 2020, gas prices were around $2. He had already initiated all of this. He already was taking this initiative forward. So we have to believe that he's going to do it again. And to Hillary's point, he has a much better team. And not only does he have a much better team with specifically the North Dakota governor, and obviously he knows that there is oil beneath so many of our states, North Dakota, Alaska, Texas. We have the ability to maybe not necessarily be energy independent, but at least be less dependent on the Middle East for our oil. That is going to drive costs down. That is going to help middle America. That is going to help lower income. And it's going to basically be a cornerstone for our country in order to be able to move forward and have better economy. And when we look at 2022, when gas prices were at an all-time high of $5 a gallon, imagine what is going to happen when, say, for example, they start drilling in Pennsylvania or North Dakota or Alaska, and we're getting our own oil from our own shores. Of course, that is going to help Americans. It's going to help prices overall.
Very good point. Thank you so much for both being here. Hillary Forwich, Candy Valentino, thank you again. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you. Pleasure. You too, John. Bye, Candy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Up next, some